Coming up on the Suze Orman Show, I'm going to tell you if you are in the danger zone or not when it comes to your money. Also, we are $10,000 a month short of you being able to make your payments. Does that shock you? Now, guess what? I don't know if it's dawned on you, but all of this stuff has to go. Do you know that?
Oh, no.
And you asked me, can I afford it? Boyfriend, what do you want to buy?
A hot tub.
You just don't want to buy a hot tub. You want to get seriously soaked here and buy an $8,000 hot tub. Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching the Suze Orman Show. Now, here's what's so very, very sad to me. So many of you either call me or write me after it is too late. You come to me and say, please, Suze, please, can you help me? Can you help me? And sometimes I have to say, there's not a lot I can do because you owe too much. There is no income. There is no ability for you to do anything else. And I don't want you to get into what I call even close to the danger zone, the zone of no return. So tonight, I want to talk to you about the danger signs that are saying that you're getting close to getting into that zone so that it is never too late for you. So let's start. The very first danger sign, the very first one that so many of you get yourself into that you know you're in trouble is this. You owe money on a credit card and maybe many credit cards. And what you see happening on those credit cards is the balances are going up every single month. And not only are the balances going up, but you are only able to pay the minimum on those credit cards. That is a danger sign. Number two, you need to take a loan out from your 401k, from a retirement account, from a HELOC, from your house. Why? In order to pay your credit card bills, in order to pay for living expenses. You are living day to day on borrowed money. That is a serious danger sign. Or number three, you're finding yourself putting necessities, like food, gasoline, all the kinds of things that you need to pay, taxes. You're finding that you're putting all of these things on what? On credit cards. And again, we go back to the first danger sign. After you've put them on a credit card, guess what you do? You're only able to pay the minimum. If you find that you are taking cash advances from your credit cards, cash advances that are usually at a 21% interest rate just to make it every single month. Sweethearts, do you understand? That is a big, big danger sign. Next danger sign is you find yourself stopping to pay, your loans, property taxes you've fallen behind on. Maybe you're getting a little bit behind on your mortgage payment or your rent, your utility bills, things like that. If you are falling behind on your bills and you can't pay them on time, you better take heed. You are entering the danger zone. And the very last one is you find yourself in a situation where you go, you know what? I don't have the money to renew my health insurance. I don't have the money to renew the life insurance that I need to pay in case something happens to me for my kids are okay. If you find yourself doing any of these things that I just mentioned, you are taking a walk into the danger zone sooner than later. So I ask you to stop right here, right now. I ask you to get realistic with yourself. I ask you to really take an accounting of what you have, what you don't have. What can you do to get yourself from the danger zone into the safety zone so nothing ever happens to you? And I have to say to you, I'm so sorry. I just think it's too late. Dawn is a woman seeing many danger signs. She and her husband have credit card debt to the tune of $230,000, people, $230,000. They live in Orange County, California, and Dawn sent me a home video to show me where all the money went.
Hi, Susie. My name is Dawn, and I live in the beautiful sunny state of California. We are in $230,000 of credit card debt, and I need your help. We spend a lot of our money on home renovations. We take a lot of wonderful vacations each year, and I'm a big diamond and jewelry freak. Come along and I'll show you our landscaping where a majority of our debt actually was spent. This is the outside of the house. We've done paver stones, and we will walk you through the entrance. We've done a lot of plants, stonework, and we're gonna go now towards the backyard. Here we go, here's our backyard. Here's our pool. Again, we have stacked stone, and we have waterfalls that actually go into the pool. And we have 2 flat screen TVs outside with a barbecue. We're having a hard time making payments. We have no one to blame but ourselves. We're the ones who got us into this situation. My husband wants to file BK. I don't, because I feel that we created this debt ourselves and we should be responsible for paying it back. So please help.
All right, everybody, let's welcome Dawn to the Suze Orman Show. $230,000 of credit card debt, girlfriend. How do you feel about that?
Oh, not too good, Susie. That's why I'm contacting you to help me.
Yeah, but here's the problem, Dawn. You know, I have gone over every bit of financial information that you sent in to our producers. I have gone through it upside, downside, inside, outside. And here is the major problem that we have going on. You have monthly expenses of $19,000 a month. People may be wondering, how are her monthly expenses $19,000 a month? And obviously you're saying, wow, because maybe you don't know that either. But this home that you just showed us with all these renovations, the home is worth approximately, I'm sure, about $900,000. But you have not only $230,000 of credit card debt, you have almost $900,000 of mortgage, home equity lines of credit. This house is mortgaged to the hilt. So besides the mortgage debt, the credit card debt, the car loan debt, you have $1,000 a month payment on just one car, the one that your husband drives, I think it is. Your expenses are $19,000 a month. Now, that wouldn't be such a big deal, except for the fact that you and your husband, after taxes, are only bringing in $9,000 a month. We are $10,000 a month short of you being able to make your payments. Does that shock you?
No, it doesn't, because now it makes sense why we've had to live so much with credit cards. So pretty much that was paying our monthly debt.
Yeah, so now we're in a situation where you have this beautiful home, you have $6,000 a month payments to credit card companies that have financed this extraordinary lifestyle that you've created for yourself with diamonds and jewelry and manicures and massages and vacations and outdoor television sets. And now guess what? I don't know if it's dawned on you, but all of this stuff has to go. Do you know that?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Let's have a serious wake-up call here. Now, having found out 2 more things about you. One, your husband has recently just taken $15,000 as a loan from your or his 401k plan in order to meet your monthly expenses. Okay, so now we're taking money. We have a serious danger sign here. It's one of the biggest danger signs that I talk about at the beginning of the show tonight, is you are now taking money from a 401k to pay off or to just keep your lifestyle going. Very shortly, when you have $46,000 in a 401k, that the most you can take out is $22,000. So you have $7,000 more that you can take out as a loan from a 401k. That's number one. Number two, I was also informed that just last night, you were really, really sad because this diamond ring that you wanted to buy was sold to somebody else and not you.
I knew that was going to be blackmail for me.
So talk to me about all this.
Oh, I don't know, Susie. What do you want to know?
I want to know how you're really feeling. I want to know that you were already scheduled to come on the Suze Orman Show You already
And I
knew,
wanted to cancel.
and you wanted to cancel, and I don't blame you, right? Because it's not about you being on the Suze Orman Show. It's about you becoming honest with yourself. Your husband becoming honest with himself. The two of you becoming honest to your 7-year-old daughter. We have a 7-year-old daughter that's living in this mansion with all these things and accoutrements around her, and Mommy and Daddy are financially and emotionally bankrupt. Bankrupt. And here's the really sad part, Dawn. I don't know if you're legally going to be able to even claim bankruptcy because you claim you make too much money. You have gotten yourself into possibly one of the most serious situations I have ever seen on the Suze Orman Show. Because you're not
I hope I'm a good example for other people.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't want you to be laughing about this about other people. I don't actually care about the other people that are watching right now. I only really care about you. And I care about your 7-year-old daughter. Do you understand that you and your husband to live this extravagant lifestyle that you are showing the world and your daughter has put you literally on the street in a few months?
Well, hopefully not.
Now,
I'm a survivor, Suze.
No, and I'm not trying to put you down. I'm not trying to make it sound like you're not going to survive this, but I can tell you, financially speaking, I really am not sure that I see one way that you can, without making a serious sum more of money, that you can keep the house that you have, that you could keep going on. So here would be my suggestion for you. I would put this house on the market immediately. I would be selling your dream home that you created. I would be selling it lock, stock, and barrel with everything in it, the TVs, everything. I would pray that you get enough money for that house in a market that's still going down. I would pray, if I were you, that I could get at least enough money to get out of it from what I owe, if not a short sale. I would then seriously see what I could do to find myself a very small 2-bedroom apartment that I could somehow rent. This is reality. This is your reality. This is what Suze Orman is telling you you need to do. Right? So as you're hearing this, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's not going to happen. I'm just being honest.
All right. So you think
it will not happen.
You're just going to stay in this house and you're going to keep paying the $20,000 a month that you owe, and you're going to make a way to find this happen. That's what you're thinking, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
if there's a will, there's a way.
All right. Now, I hope that is true. But I am telling you, we are at a $10,000 a month deficit right now. Where the will is, if you ask me, Dawn, is to let go of the lie and create a financial truth for yourself. The financial truth is when you are only making, between you and your husband, take home about $9,000 a month in the state of California, that does not allow you to have $230,000 of credit card debt. It does not allow you to have $1 million mortgage. It does not allow you to have the things that you currently have.
Well, hopefully I'm going to get a job.
But even if you get that other job, I am telling you, even with that job, you are barely making it to just make the payments where you are. Now, isn't it true that you went to CCCS, Consumer Credit Counseling Service?
Yes.
Now, I really love Consumer Credit Counseling Service. Love them.
Okay.
And respect them. And I love that when people go to them because that agency is there to help you.
And they were great. They gave me a lot of really good advice.
The advice that they gave you, did they tell you by chance to also sell the house like I just did?
How did you know that?
Because it's an ethical agency and I am an ethical woman.
But this doesn't make...
Go on.
I need to say something. This does not make financial sense. They here want you to sell your house so you can pay your creditors.
That's
right. So I
right.
think a house has more worth than your creditors, correct?
No.
I mean, that's what doesn't make financial sense to me.
You legally owe your creditors money. They wanted you to also probably sell your home because when they look at the fact that you have $9,000 a month income and the house alone costs you $6,000 a month to keep, you can't afford to live in $1 million home when you have $1.3 almost $1 million worth of debt.
Okay.
You owe more than what you have. You have nothing. You don't own anything, Dawn, because you owe everybody every single penny of what you have. You don't own anything. Wouldn't you rather give up what you have, get rid of all of your debt, get back on the right track, live an honest life, have something in savings, make your life so that your heart isn't under stress, that your husband isn't under stress, and who cares where you live, and that you have $100,000 in the bank rather than just barely getting by to pay a mortgage payment?
I'm not willing to give it up, Susie.
Why? That's what I don't understand. Why, Dawn? Why is it that you want to show people these things about you that are literally financially killing you? Why?
You know what? I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I like what I have. I'm happy with what I have. So maybe it's a self-fulfillment situation.
How can
I wish I could tell you.
But you don't have anything. You don't have one thing. This is seriously dangerous. And you can laugh. You can act like it's not a big deal. If you don't want to get real with who you are, and I've seen it all. I've seen it all, Dawn. If you don't want to
I'm real with who I am,
right,
Susie.
so,
I'm a very real person.
So if you're real, let's get real. The house, here's what I would tell you to do. I would put the house on the market for sale immediately. I would still want to get the job tomorrow. I would still want to go and find a 2-bedroom apartment that I could move in for no more than $3,000 or $4,000 at most a month. I would then take every single penny that I made from the extra income that I had coming in, and I would pay down my $230,000 of credit card debt that I owe. I would pay off my cars that I owe. And after all of my debt and everything is gone, and I have built up a significant amount of money again, I would start all over with buying a home one more time, but a home that I could afford, that was not ostentatious, that was a real home, because I owned it and everything in it. Dawn, I, honest to God, don't know what else to say. All righty now, so here's the question to ask all of you. Are you as frustrated right now as I am? I have to tell you, you and I both heard Dawn say she's like many of you out there. Well, I'm sorry to say, I don't think that she is. I think many of you may be in the situation that she's in where you have credit card debt, you owe a mortgage, but I think the majority of you, when you're faced with the situation that you're faced with, really see the reality and you take the actions today that you need to take in order to live a lifestyle that you can afford. I don't know why Dawn didn't want to hear what I had to say. I don't know why Dawn wants to continue to live a life that isn't working. To hold on to what? To hold on to what? To impress everybody? I don't know, people. I couldn't be more frustrated right now if I tried. However, I'm not going to let it get to me because I know the majority of you really want to take actions to make yourself better, your life better, and to honor those that you owe money to.
You have a huge car payment of $1,250 every month. And
for one car? Wait. For one car? Whoa. And later, when wanting something, ask me, can I afford it?
I'd like to buy a Britannia Rose bedroom set that includes a coordinating couch and shades for the living room.
So the whole thing. So you want to spend $7,700 on this furniture. Wait, let me get this right. You're not sure if you're going to stay there, but yet you want to spend $7,700 to get furniture for a place that you're not sure that you can stay. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Hey, Nikki, how's Florida treating you?
It's great, thanks.
I love Florida. I'm a resident of Florida. Smart. We're smart, Nikki. Anyway, what can I do for you tonight?
Yes, well, me and my husband have a huge problem. We have a huge car payment of $1,250 every month. And
For
we're
one
no
car?
longer-
Wait. For one car? Wait.
For one car.
One car. What kind of car is that?
It's a H2 Hummer truck.
Oh, so not only do you have $1,200 a month payment for a car, it's a car that nobody in the world even wants anymore today because it's a gas guzzler. So the value of that car is under tremendously what you originally paid for. They can't even give those cars away right now. So you are stuck with that car. So what's your question to me?
Well, we're no longer able to afford it, and we want to know if we should have the car like voluntarily repossessed or just try to stick with the payments we have. He owes $24,000 on it, and the payments are $1,250, so we have about like 19 months left on the loan.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. What's your current FICO score?
Well, my current FICO score is like a 570, and his is really low. It's like between 480 and 500.
So this is not the first time that you have gotten behind in payments and gotten yourself in a situation where you have purchased something that you cannot afford. Is that correct?
Right.
All right.
That's correct.
Why do you think you didn't learn from the last time and the time before that?
Well,
and
he had the money before. He had a good job and he was able to afford the payments. And then he got laid off. He wasn't working. And then he started working, but he wasn't making as much.
And that is the problem all of you are getting into. You currently have enough money to pay for something, so you go ahead and you buy it without thinking, what happens if I don't have that money? And then you get in trouble, and now you're like this. If there were any way possible, you can continue to make those payments and just get by another year and a half. That's what I would do. With 19 months to go, I would not voluntarily give the car back if I didn't have to. Cecilia, you out there for me?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. So ask me your question.
Okay, my question is, it's very embarrassing, but it's taken over 20 years, and my husband and I are in credit card debt above $100,000.
All right. Now, when you say that let's take a breath together. It's okay.
Okay.
All right. How old are you, Cecilia?
49.
So 49. So since you were 29, you were married to your husband.
Right.
And over those 20 years, you kept making the minimum payment. You were the danger signs here.
Right.
You were making the minimum payment on these cards. You kept watching the balances go up and up. When you finally maxed up on one card, you got another card. And I just have to ask you this question, because you are obviously in the danger zone here. You decided now to call into the Suze Orman Show because, let me just see if I have this right. I've not been told this. I'm just asking you this because you can't get any more credit cards. You can't get any more credit lines. So now you are stuck because you cannot afford the minimum payment or $2,000 or $3,000 a month on this $100,000 of credit card debt alone. Is that why you're calling in?
Yes.
So we are again in a very similar situation as to where we were with Dawn at the beginning of the show tonight, is that you have now entered the danger zone. So here would be my advice to you, my dear Cecilia. You are holding on to everything because you don't want to let everything go or anything go, and you're trying to figure out how do you fix this without giving up anything. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
It's true.
Well, what if I were to tell you that when you're in a situation like this, there isn't enough money to pay for everything? How much of a mortgage payment do you have?
Well, we have 2 homes.
And they're both mortgaged to the hilt, right?
Well, only one is mortgaged to the hilt.
Yeah.
And we're not doing it on the second home because we've learned our lesson.
All right. And are you living in the first home?
No, we're living in neither. We rent an apartment.
Oh, God. All right. So
I know.
Is it possible, would it help your situation to sell one of the homes, to cut down on expenses, because obviously is the rent that you're getting even covering the mortgage payment that you owe?
No.
It's
No.
not. Right? And so now you are carrying that. Probably the second home may be in the same situation.
It is.
All right. Then this is what you have to do. You have got to get rid of the negatives. You have got to sell the real estate, even if it's at a loss. If you can do short sales, whatever it may be, I'm sure your FICO scores are not that good. Once you've alleviated that problem, then you have to start working on the credit card debt, where you start taking any money you can, put it towards the debt. You don't buy new cars, you don't do anything, and if you just keep doing it that way, you should get yourself out of it. But what you can do is get rid of the homes that you currently have that keep you in deficit situation. John, I am coming right through this camera, right to you into your home. What can I do for you tonight, John?
Hi, Susie. Thanks for taking my call.
Anytime.
My partner and I, we purchased our home 5 years ago and have watched the value slip like a lot of other people, and now we're upside down. He's lost faith in home ownership and wants to rent if and when we do sell. I'm trying to convince him that owning a home can be expensive, but given time, will be a solid investment. I need your words of encouragement about home ownership for the future.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? You listen to me, my dear John, because obviously you're in California, and I remember this happening. I remember this happening in 93. I remember this in 87. I remember when homes fell so dramatically that $3 million homes back in 1993, you could pick up for $1 million. Even in today's market in Northern California, I watched those houses go from $1 million to $12 million, and now if they're even worth $6 million, can you imagine what a deal that would be? You tell your partner to wake up and smell the fence around your home. Can you smell a fence around a home? Who cares? Here's the point that he needs to know, really. Everything will return to normal sooner than later. The one thing you can do with a home that you cannot do with an apartment is eventually you can own it outright, where you have paid off the mortgage, and then it is yours, and then you can do all kinds of things with that home. So just tell him to be patient. It is far better to own if you already are in than to be a renter any day if you already own a home, especially if you're upside down in it at this particular point in time. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
Me and my wife are looking at investing in a hot dog concession cart for $7,000.
Do you know that my absolute favorite food in the entire world are hot dogs? Also,
I want to buy a miniature Siberian Husky.
of course, a little husky that you're going to pay $650, or what's the matter? You can't just go to the pound and get a little, doggy. You got to pay $650 for a doggy. I don't think so. You are denied.
I want to buy a Louis Vuitton handbag.
A lighthouse in Michigan.
A Canon digital SLR camera.
A flight instructor certificate.
An organic and healthy food vending business.
All right, everybody, don't you think we need to have some fun in tonight's show? I've had it. I want to really lighten things up, so there's only one way I know how to do that, and that's with the Can I Afford It segment. This is where you call in, you tell me what it is you want to buy, I ask you a few questions, and I tell you if you can or not. Are you ready? Let's go. Darla, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I'd like to buy a privacy fence.
Do you not like your neighbors?
Oh, no, my neighbors are very nice, but my husband and I are just resigned to the fact that yard work's not their number one priority.
Oh, I get it. You don't want to look at the neighbor's yard. Girlfriend, show me the money for $8,000 so you don't have to look at what your neighbors don't do like you want them to. Go on.
Well, we bring in about $4,200 a month combined.
Yeah.
We owe $20,000 on a 15-year fixed mortgage at 4.875%.
Yeah.
We have $34,000 in savings, and we have $363,000 in retirement.
And you are 40 years of age. Do I have that right?
That's correct.
Well, here is what I have to say to you. You're 40 years old. Don't you think that it's about time in your life that you don't have to look at somebody else's yard when you don't want to? You have been approved. Go on, put up that privacy fence. Mark, what do you want to buy?
Me and my wife are looking at investing in a hot dog concession cart for $7,000.
Oh, yeah, I gotta tell you, you've already touched my heart. Do you know that my absolute favorite food in the entire world are hot dogs? Do you know that? I love hot dogs. Boyfriend for $7,000. Show me the money.
That's good. Susie, I'm 42 years old.
Yep.
I have a $3,400 a month take-home pay.
Yeah.
I own my own home outright.
Yes.
I have $25,000 in savings.
Yeah.
And $250,000 in retirement savings.
And how are you going to pay for this?
We'll probably pay cash for this. This will be in the spring of 2009. I'll be paying cash or possibly, worst case scenario, financing it.
All right, and how are you going to work it? So you want to be out there. Why are you buying a hot dog cart? Who's going to work it?
My wife's going to work it. My youngest daughter just started kindergarten, and she's bored to death throughout the day now. So this is going to be something she does while my daughter's in kindergarten.
And have you done the finances on it? Do you think you'll make money on this?
I'm looking at about $150 per setup, 3 times a week. Yes, I show it to be profitable.
All right, so here's what I think then. You pay cash for it because you have enough in your emergency savings. After so, with all of your expenses, boyfriend, you also have been approved. Send me some hot dogs after you've done it. Diego, what do you want to buy?
I want to buy a miniature Siberian Husky.
Of course, a little husky that you're going to pay $650 for. What's the matter? You can't just go to the pound and get a little, doggy. You got to pay $650 for a doggy?
Yeah, I saw one in the building, and I fell in love with it. They have blue eyes, and they're all white, so I really, really want this one.
All right, here's the thing before I ask you about your money. Is it going to sleep on your bed?
Yes.
All right, then fine. Show me the money.
Okay. I take home $3,400 after taxes.
Yeah.
I have $1,500 a month in expenses.
Yeah.
I lease a car for $404.
Oh, well, you've just scored really low with, what? What are you going to do? Put this dog in the car? So, leasing a car, Diego. Diego. Anyway, go on.
And I have $25,000 in savings.
In savings, and you want to buy a little bow wow. This has been a very heavy show tonight. I don't know if you've been watching it, but it's been very heavy. But here's the bottom line. Can you afford it? Bow wow, you can. You have also been approved. Did I just approve 3 people in a row so far? Okay, I did. Joy, I'm on a streak here, girlfriend, so what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thank you for taking my call.
Uh-huh.
I would like to purchase a Cartier Roadster XL watch for my husband's 40th birthday.
It is a beautiful watch. I'm very familiar with that watch. You know what I say, you can always get a bargain on a watch, especially if it's over $3,500. But $8,000, my dear Joy. But I've just approved 3 people before you.
Oh, no.
Show me the money.
We bring home approximately $12,100 a month.
That's great.
We have a $460,000 10-year interest-only mortgage.
Uh-huh.
About $25,000 in savings and $640,000 in retirement.
That's good. $640,000. That's good at your age. But I don't usually look at how much one has in retirement because you can't access your retirement account. My real question is, how are you going to pay for this?
We were going to pay for it from our savings account, or we do have money from an inherited IRA that we have to take money out every year.
All right, but still, if you take that money out, it might be better off to go to something else and things like that. So if you used it from your savings, it's just a thought, that brings you down then really to under an 8-month emergency fund, which I really want you to have, and you still have kind of a little hefty mortgage there and everything. So even though I know you want to buy this, girlfriend, you were my first. Denied! You cannot afford it. Jeff, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Jeff.
How are you?
Good, but that's not going to butter me up. Boyfriend, what do you want to buy?
Hot tub.
A hot Oh, you just don't want to buy a hot tub. You want to get seriously soaked here and buy an $8,000 hot tub. I have a hot tub in one of my homes. I didn't spend $8,000 for it, but hey, that's the hot tub you want. I don't know why, but show me the money.
Okay. Well,
You get where I'm going here already, don't you, Jeff? You can kind of feel the denied happening, can't you?
Yeah, you're going to approve me.
All right, go. Okay, go on.
Okay.
All right, fine.
The take-home was a little over $16,000 a month.
Yeah, $1,600?
$16,000.
Okay, yeah.
And we have a mortgage of about a little over $800,000, 30-year fixed.
Yeah, well, you better have $16,000 a month take-home to pay an $800,000 mortgage. Go on. You aren't impressing me so far, boyfriend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. Go on.
Okay. Let's see. We have savings around $150,000 or $46,000.
Uh-huh.
And the retirement is still around $120,000.
And you're 37 years of age, right?
Right.
And you want to buy an $8,000 hot tub.
Well, that includes the electrical that you have to do to the house in order to get the hot tub.
I see, of course, and all. But here's the thing. You've been approved. I hate that you were right and you knew that I was going to approve you, because the fact is, can you afford it? Yep, you can. Have a good time, boyfriend. And our last one, Mona, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I'd like to buy a Britannia Rose bedroom set that includes a coordinating couch and shades for the living room.
So the whole thing. So you want to spend $7,700 on this furniture in a home that you own. Where are you going to put it?
I'm going to put it in my apartment.
You rent an apartment.
Yes, I do.
You're going to spend $7,700 on an apartment that you rent for furniture. What happens when you finally get to the point where you buy a home and this furniture isn't going to go in the home that you want to buy? But that's not the point here. Show me the money.
Well, Susie, I take home $31.40 a month after expenses. My rent is $595. I have about $23,000 in savings and about $11,700 in retirement account.
And how old are you?
I'm 25.
Now, here's the question to you. How are you going to pay for this?
From my savings.
So even after you've paid it from your savings, you still have at least an 8-month emergency fund. Are you happy living in an apartment that you've been renting all this time?
Well, I've been looking for a home in the area, but I'm not quite sure if I'll stay here.
So you're not, wait, let me get this right. You're not sure if you're going to stay there, but yet you want to spend $7,700 to get furniture for a place that you're not sure that you can stay. You want to use your savings on that rather than taking that money for a down payment on a home. And here's another factor for you. Do you know that if you didn't spend $7,700 on that, and just let's say you put it away in a Roth IRA over the years, and 40 years from now when you are 65, do you know that you would have at just an 8% return? You'd have $165,000 just on that $7,700. So are you sure that you want to do it? Here's the question to you, Mona. I'm going to let you decide. Should I approve you or should I deny you?
Well, I think you should approve me because I have no furniture where I'm living now.
Well, I got news for you. You are wrong. You are denied. You cannot afford to spend that kind of money. Go someplace, get little furniture that doesn't cost that much, and put that money aside to do what? To put down on a down payment of a home, and then, and only then, should you buy the furniture. Again, you are denied, but you're not denied from being part of the Can I Afford It segment. All you have to do is what? Go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and find the information you need to know to play with me right here. Mona, again, denied. Coming up, my first kid camera.
I love to watch the show with my mom. My favorite segment is Can I Afford It?
Do you agree with me most of the time?
Well, yes.
Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Tonight, a new segment on the Suze Orman Show, Susie's Kid Cam. You know, I get so many emails from children these days, and I love talking to kids about money. So my first Kid Cam tonight is with Jillian. She is a 9-year-old, lives in Los Angeles, and is on her webcam. Girlfriend, Jillian, what is your question for me?
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Jillian.
I love to watch the show with my mom. My favorite segment is Can I Afford It?
What do you think of the people? Can they afford most of it? Like, do you agree with me most of the time?
Well, yes.
Yeah, so you know what I'm going to say before I say it, huh? Yeah, denied. Jillian, what's your question for me?
Well, I'm wondering what's the best way to save for college.
The best way to save for college. So you know for sure you're going to go to college, correct? And do you want to pay for yourself, or do you want your parents to pay for you?
I want to pay for
That's my girl. That's my girl. See what happens, parents, when a kid watches the Suze Orman Show? She learns how to be responsible, and she knows that she has, or he has, what it takes to pay for themselves. Here's what you start to do. You start to make decisions where you, rather than spending your money that you're given right now, or even maybe that you earn in babysitting or whatever you do, you start to, rather than take that money and you see a toy in a store, or you see a little dress that you want, or you want to go somewhere with some friends and do this, rather than spending that money that way, you take every penny that you can. Don't deny yourself totally. You don't have to do that. But almost every penny that you can, and put it aside in a bank that gives you a great interest rate, and just keep saving and saving. And if you do that little by little, little amounts grow to larger amounts, go to even larger amounts. And then you'll have money. And as you get older, take on jobs when you're in high school, work if you can, babysit, do things that make money. And when you do that, you make money, you save money, you have money when you need it to go to college. How's that? All right, you gonna do that for me? Yeah, and you know what? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. If you give me a report on how you're doing, you never know what I just might do for you. Many of you may not know this, but obviously during the commercial breaks and everything, the makeup artist, the hair, everybody's coming in there going, Suze, honest to God, Suze, I am never gonna spend money again that I don't have. Honest to God, Suze. Welcome back, everybody, to the show that's all about the danger zone. Lou, are you ready to enter the danger zone?
Is this the danger zone?
Danger zone. Well, all right, I just have to ask you.
Yes.
What did you think about Dawn, our first guest with that home?
Unbelievable.
It's funny, and many of you may not know this, but obviously during the commercial breaks and everything, the makeup artist, the hair, everybody's coming in there going, Suze, honest to God, Suze, I am never going to spend money again that I don't have. Honest to God, Suze. So that guest woke up everybody, even around here. I don't know. Maybe it was worth it, Lou.
Yeah.
But I tell you, all right. You got an email?
I do. From Mary, 48, in Washington State. Suze, I've been in the medical device industry for 18 years as a sales rep. I finally have the opportunity to buy a business and be my own boss. With today's loan market, an SBA loan is not feasible unless I already own the business. Go figure. Should I borrow money from my home equity line of credit or against my 401k? I need about $65,000.
Mary, that's a really hard one because, again, let me give you a list of the danger zones, the danger signs for owning your own business. So many times, particularly women, they get a chance to own their own business, but do they do the homework that's needed to own their own business? They get an opportunity, but did you do a profit and loss statement? Did you see what it's really going to cost you to own a business in today's economy, given the fact that you're going to have to borrow money to own this business? Are you sure that's something that you want to do? If I had a choice of borrowing money from a 401k plan versus a home equity line of credit, it would have to be a home equity line of credit because, girlfriend, if you're going to own your own business, you're going to have to quit your job, I think, in order to own your own business, work at your business. Now you're not going to be working for your employer anymore that you borrowed the 401k from, so that money in most cases is going to be due and payable right away. So that's not an option for you. You also don't want to do a 401k loan. Not now. It doesn't make sense. So all I say is if you need the money and you know for sure you can do it, okay, you can do a home equity line of credit, but you better be really sure you know what you're doing.
And she's 48.
She's 48, I know.
Getting close to retirement age.
All right, well, this has been quite the show.
It really has.
It's time for us to go home tonight.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Let's go. Let's just do it. All right, everybody. Do me a favor and stay out of the danger zone. Do you hear me? But you can come back here every single Saturday night to make sure that you are safe and sound. And you know how you do that? You do that by the following. You make sure that when it comes to your money, you know that there's only one thing that matters, and it's this: people first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe.